both these players are cool with it.
Yeah, this is Dream's pick, so that doesn't surprise me that the Terran would pick this, but
Fair.
I guess it means that there's a map Rogue dislikes more than Blackburn.
Yes. Which is
So,
awesome. Like, usually these bottom left, bottom right spawn maps kind of get vetoed. Golden Wall was an exception, and I guess maybe Blackburn's your second one. Very cool.
yeah, I'm certainly glad to watch this though. In the bottom right, we've got Dream, the red Terran player.
And in the bottom left, he's world champion and all-around incredible Zerg Rogue. I just want to point out, he still has the special portrait up on the loading screen, which I love so much. I really love that. Just so much respect for special from the Koreans. I mean, it's just like he comes from a country that doesn't have a lot of, a lot of success with Starcraft. He moves to Korea, and he has great success. Like, what is not to appreciate about special? That's awesome.
Well, he's put in the work, that's for sure.
Totally.
And that's it. He's been in Korea for like 10 years or something, like even more than 10 years.
Yeah,
because he was playing Brood War before StarCraft 2 came out. So that is awesome. I think though that actually some of the Korean players have it out for special a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Like, who are you to come into our country where StarCraft is king and try to take us down? Come on.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that a lot.
Yeah, because yeah, I think he was a bit cheeky in group selections at one point too when he got into Code S.
It sounds like special.
And so they're like, all like, oh yeah, we need to get this guy.
And then he held his own. I mean, he still does. I mean, that's what's awesome about it, is you got to respect him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, it's not special here today. It's Dream.
It is.
Who's an excellent Terran player in his own right. Very scary. Should give Rogue some hard times here. And the best Terrans can just keep constant pressure on the Zerg, take down a couple hatcheries. And then the Zerg is on like 90 supply while the Terran's on 150, and it's really hard to win at that point. So,
yeah, I think it's going to be a tall order for Dream to take down Rogue,
yes.
Based off their recent performance. We have had these guys play in a Freak World before, and I believe Rogue has just bopped Dream most of the time. But starting out on Blackburn could be the potential for a bit of an upset here, as it's a pretty good map for Terran, so.
Yeah, a lot of dead airspace for your medevacs to fly into. Liberators can set up shop in some nice places too. I recently cast a Morrow versus Serral game where Morrow did exactly what I described, where he just kept pressure, and Serral was holding, but just couldn't quite keep up with it. Lost a hatchery a couple times, and I mean, that was it. Just losing the fourth base twice. Really put him so far behind that Maru just won it, and it was just pressure. It was nonstop. It's so hard to do that to somebody like Serral, and Rogue's on the same level. So we'll see if Dream's up to it here today.
He is going for double. He's got his double gases going, producing Hellions. Going to be swapping that starport over, presumably for a Banshee or something. No battle cruiser, as that has fallen out of the meta mostly these days.
It really has. I mean, once Zerg's figured out exactly how to handle it, it's kind of hard for a Terran to make that decision to go for it. But Cloak Banshee instead, which is something I do kind of attribute to Special. He seems to do it more often against Zergs than most other players, but Dream's the one throwing it down here today.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a scout off on that. But really, even if you don't have the scout off, you just throw down some spores at about 5:30 or so, and you're usually okay.
Oh yeah, Zergs know those timings. Now Dream diving in with his Hellions, actually running towards the third base. Doesn't get a single drone though. Great reaction by Rogue. It seems like this guy's already very warmed up.
All three of those drones popping out of their buildings, going to work. Nothing to see here. Just regular old drones. And the Overlord sees the Banshee and is going to get in here and see that the Tech Lab is working on something. So definitely Rogue understands that Cloak Banshees are a concern. And we should see, there you go, Spore coming up immediately in response to that. Maybe a couple more. Because we're not going to have Overseers for just a minute yet here.
Yeah, Lair is on the way, however, and this game just setting up to be a rather normal macro TvZ, with Dream going for his third command center. He's forgone an armory, so no Hellbat shenanigans or anything like that. One thing I will say is that he has gone up to 8 Hellions, so his follow-up is gonna be delayed a little bit just by the choice to make the couple of extra Hellions, the third command center. So it's gonna be a while before he really gets his bio production rolling. But once he does get it going, it's gonna be a lot of Terran getting churned out.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Oh, there's a third base on the production tab. Just going to land it in that traditional place at the 3 o'clock position on the map based on where he built it. Going to orbital command it first. And the Banshee's just not getting anything done. Again, it got scouted, and it's really hard for Cloak Banshees to do much if they are, if the Zerg's aware they're on their way. So Spire actually coming in from Rogue now. Interesting.
Yeah, Rogue has mainly just been macroing up. He's been playing it safe. Now he's able to get into that Spire. He's got pretty much all 3 of his bases saturated, and he's gonna have those mutas. Now, yeah, this is an interesting case of a game here, because like Dream has gone for a commitment to quite a lot of Hellions, but basically nothing's happened this game so far.
Yeah, hardly anything has died at all, right?
Yeah, they're both just powering up. The Banshees are looking for some damage here, but they're not going to find too much. Maybe a couple drones at the third?
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3. Ooh, 4. Okay. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. And he gets the scout on the Spire, which is quite nice.
That is pretty nice. Man, Rogue-style mutas. It's been a while since I've seen them, but this guy... I really value Zerg players who take care of their Mutalisks, because it's important to keep them alive, but Rogue, his macro is so crazy, he doesn't take as much care of the mutas and just wins anyway. It blows my mind every time.
Yeah, he tends to get damage with them, but you're definitely right about him losing them. Now, Rogue loses 11 drones, so he's going to be looking for some counter damage here. The Hellions are far, far out of position for Dream.
Ooh, that's brutal.
So the SCVs at the third being absolutely slaughtered as those links just ran across the map. They're going to kill a lot of these SCVs and get out. That's the real kicker. If Rogue had lost those lings, maybe Dream could have swung in with a counterattack, but failing to do that, he's now in a bit of a rough spot. He worked hard with those Banshees, got himself 16 drones, which is no small amount, but then Rogue just gave it right back to him.
And got a tank, too. Ling surrounded a tank during that and picked that off, which is awesome, because that's really important for the Terran strategy here. But yeah, getting 16 drones when the Cloaked Banshees were scouted is super impressive. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
So Dream, looking good. He's doing what he needs to do to win this game. Alright, so a lot of Marine production here, getting an armory up too. Obviously, that's going to be for Thor to deal with the Mutalisks. Just that range is super important. The Marines are good anti-air, but the Thor range is more important.
Yeah, now, Dream is going to be looking to push out. He's up on supply to the Zerg. He's got 1-1, whereas it's not even started for Rogue. And all of a sudden, those Hellions that he produced earlier are now morphing into Hellbats. So there's going to be a lot of potential there.
Yeah, the Banelings are going to be really important here. Centrifugal Hooks is about 20 seconds from completion. But the mutas are buying the time. The mutas are back here picking off reinforcements, forcing Dream back to protect those reinforcements, and giving time for Baneling speed to finish. And that's massive. The mutas are doing exactly what they need to do, getting kills here and there, not necessarily winning the game outright, but keeping Terran on this side of the map just for a bit longer.
Yeah, the muta count starting to grow. And the creep spread for Rogue looking pretty good. Dream pushed it back a bit. He's replacing these tumors, so we'll see what Dream's going to do here. He's just making some tanks, 4th base on the way.
Man,
that kill move
he pulled everything back. Look at this. Sorry, you were saying?
Just that kill move. It's not coming for Dream right now. He's not able to make that happen. So
yeah, Rogue's 4th base is up. His 5th base is on the way too, top left. Dream's only on 3 at the moment. He hasn't taken the gold yet. He's working on that command center. He does have the upgrade advantage, but man, if he's going to sit back like this, he's not going to win the game. So this is what we need from him, but man, stepping on the creep when there are speed banelings really sucks.
Oh, and there's already so many for Rogue. 23 with another 15 on the way. That is not easy to handle as the Terran player. The upgrade's still definitely going to help Dream as he got his 2-2 on the way, so he'll have an upgrade lead for quite a while yet, and then he'll regain it as well. But yeah, it's all about him not making like a folly of an attack or something, because if he just steps a little too far on creep, he'll be in trouble. Oh. Looks like we've got Falcon lagging a little bit. Ooh! Muta's going down in high numbers there. 4 Mutas going down to those Marines. That was the first ones that Rogue lost this game. Falcon seems to have frozen. Huh. Anyway, Discord seems to be having a hard time. Just recalling Falcon, guys. Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, weird.
Yeah,
all right.
Sounds better now.
Okay, good. Excellent. I let Discord know I was displeased with the quality of that last call.
I'm sure they will really take that.
They're gonna fix it right away. 3-3 on the way from Dream, a Hive coming in from Rogue here, really setting up for some pretty solid mid to late game TvZ. The Zerg, as per usual, opening up different attack paths. The Zerg like having more attack paths with which to surround and open up the map. Terran, not so much.
Oh, I really like this game, because this is kind of a case. This is really interesting, because a lot of the times when we're heading into late game TvZ, the Terran's getting damaged under the Zerg, and then the game sort of just progresses to the late game. Yeah. Whereas this game, Dream's just like, nope, getting very minimal damage done, if any. But then he's still just trying to sit back, so we'll see how well that's going to work for him.
It's almost, would you say this is almost Soul style? Kind of turtling against a Zerg?
Yeah, I'd say so. And that's part of the reason why I'm so interested in this game, because Dream's not trying to drop at this point in the game, which I understand. Because Rogue would just shut him down and kill them. But whether that's a viable option, I'm not sure. Rogue's creep spread is just monstrous this game, within a stone's throw of the Terran's base.
Dream's done his best to try to keep that from growing, but Rogue is just relentless right now with that creep spread.
Yeah, so this is going to be really interesting, whether we're going to see Rogue start to attack and try and wear down the Terran, as Zerg so often does, or if or what his plan is, whether he's just going to try and hold on to the majority of the bases here. This is setting up to be something, as Rogue adds on another 34 Banelings.
Okay, that is almost overkill.
That is 98.
Okay, 98 is way overkill. Holy smokes, 98 Banelings. Does he have any Widow Mines? No Widow Mines. Okay, this is going to be a problem.
9 tanks.
Yeah. Man, this might just be an A move the Banelings and win kind of scenario.
Rogue is going to use them as an eraser.
Yeah.
Okay, I do love... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I do love the planetaries here by Dream. Planetaries are pretty darn good against Banelings.
Yeah. Well, buy time at least. Oh, attack up north. Oh,
oh my.
Yeah, okay. So we're just...
Okay, I mean, he went for it. All of a sudden, both players are down 70 supply, but Rogue's going to replace that supply right away, whereas Dream is now down to 140.
84 Zerglings at once. That is what we got.
He literally used 98 Banelings.
I don't know if that was a great trade.
My apologies for missing that fight at the start. No, it definitely wasn't a great trade, but if he can snowball it into a win with this next attack, then it was a great trade.
And he's on what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's on like 7 or 8 bases right now, so he's fine. He can make some bad trades and win anyway. It's the Rogue Muta style. Make bad trades and win anyway.
Yes. tanks are getting set up for Dream. He's starting to climb up in that supply again, but he lifted up
It's
that
open!
command center. The door is open. In comes the
Oh
Banelings
my
once
gosh.
more. The Marines are running. Tanks are set up
my
in mass
gosh.
numbers, but there's just so much damn Zerg.
But they're all gone. The Ultralisk is dead too. The Mutas can't stand and fight against what
Yeah.
remains, so Dream lives.
Yeah, he
I
lives.
mean, there is a crazy universe here wherein Dream just makes good trade after good trade after good trade, and then suddenly Rogue doesn't have any money left, and we're like, oh.
He's got to weather the storm is all.
Yeah, which...
Rogue doesn't have that much gas, so he's not going to be able to remake too many more Banelings.
Right,
Snipes
that's the
going
thing.
down on Mutas.
He's got a ton of minerals, but minerals aren't going to help him here. Lings aren't going to win this game.
Yeah.
He needs Ultras, he needs Banelings, he needs Mutas, he needs upgrades. All these things are gas dependent.
Yeah, Dream holding on. This is the point which a lot of Terrans just die. But yeah, Dream holding on. I really like his command center wall that's paid dividends here, stopping the Zerg from just rolling on in.
Well, except that one time when it was open.
Yes. I mean, it still kind of funneled the Zerg a little bit.
That's true. Created a bit of a choke.
But yeah, the planetary fortresses are something that I must say is huge here. So while Dream's down on supply, he's got those extra anchor points for defense. In comes the Zerg once again. Snipes taking down one of the Ultras right out the gate. Banelings are rolling forward, but they are definitely not being efficient. Getting on top of some of the Ghosts, but not getting kills on them. Snipes going down on all the Ultras. The Ghosts are now going to split. Banelings getting some connections. Kills off a decent number of the Ghosts, but no base dies that belongs to the Terran. Look at
Okay,
the
you
supply,
want
though.
to... This is insane. Resources lost. 24,000 for Rogue, 16,000 for Dream. That's the kind of discrepancy you see when a Zerg player loses a ZVT. Man. Absolutely amazing. Production tab for Rogue is empty. He's kind of sitting back. Never mind, he just made 27 Banelings. Nuke's coming in from Dream. He's getting a fusion core. Liberator's in the mix as well. I do like the Liberator play. Double nuke, actually.
Oh, these
Did
two
bust.
command centers died, yeah.
Yeah, busted him, but Dream has the money to rebuild if he wants to, but also creating more ghosts. He's got about 1,000 minerals in the bank. He's got more gas in the bank than Rogue does right now.
And yeah, he's almost maxed out again, so he's survived that storm, and so Rogue throwing away all those resources inefficiently really hasn't amounted to too much here. Okay, in goes Rogue again, but is he going to get too much done here? He's going to kill the planetary, Banelings into Thor's tanks. The rest of the Terran army is kiting back. Some Ghosts do go down.
Oh my gosh, the Thor's alive. Just kidding, Thor's dead. He was very close to surviving that battle. Attack up north at the same time. Liberator's getting some nice hits. More turrets coming up. Dream is intent on just sitting back and weathering storm after storm after storm and winning the game. Absolutely insane right now. More Ultras at 30 more Banelings. I don't know. Like, the longer the game goes on, the more it feels like Dream's going to be able to hold on long term. Insane.
Yeah, like... he's surviving, and that's all he needs to do here. 174 supply again. Now, he's stepping out onto creep, knowing that he does need to secure another base at some point. Lings are charging on in here. Looks like some Ghosts being evacuated. SCVs are dying. As Dream, he's getting pulled apart a little bit here.
He is. He's clearing out more creep, but I can't imagine he's intending on pushing out to a base with this group. This is definitely a creep clearing group. Maybe going to kill an individual queen or so, but he really can't step too far out there because there's a lot of Banelings waiting for that. Or just kidding, the Banelings are on the offensive.
Yeah, these two planetaries going to try and hold on. One goes down. The SCVs are trying to escape. Most of them do, but that's a big economic hit to Dream. Oh my gosh, Ultras.
Where's the snipe? Oh, unnecessary. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Dream trying to establish another base here, as he has taken quite an economic hit to the point that he can't really replace what he's lost anymore. So he's just going for it. He's just gonna try and go for a counterattack, which could work here. I mean, 17 Ghosts.
Oh my gosh, 50 banelings in production right now.
Okay. Ghosts wandering forward. Nukes being called on in, but yeah, stepping onto creep like this is very scary.
If these nukes land, though, especially on those banelings...
Ooh.
Okay, he sees it. He's out. Rogue's too smart
Oh.
for that. Oh! Okay! Not smart enough. Ends up losing a bunch of banelings there. Not all of them, but a huge number goes down. Rogue is trying to take out, does manage to take out the top right base. Here come the Banes, the tanks in the front. Willing
Just
to absorb.
connecting on tanks.
They are willing to absorb those hits to protect the important Marines and Ghosts here. And suddenly, Dream continuing the offensive.
Yeah, he is so all in here right now, but Rogue's running out of gas. He's made a lot of banelings, 27 to his name, 10 more on the way. He's got to clean this up, though. Tanks in the front, taking those banelings out once again. The Ghosts are kiting back. The Mutas are coming on in. The Ghosts are going to cloak, but by default, they're pretty darn good against Mutalisks.
And the Overseers are providing detection anyway. The Mutas have to get out of there. Ghosts dealing with the banelings. The tank is still alive, but so many more lings are flooding in.
Yeah, the banelings coming in. Just a few more, making this game real close. And Rogue takes it. Oh my god, what a game number one.
That was an amazing game to kick off this best of 5. Holy cannoli. Rogue ended up losing so many resources at the end of that game. 70,000 to 56,000 produced out of both these players, and Dream kind of held on to the very end there. Absolutely insane game number one. Dream tried the 5 base hold on against Rogue with 7 or 8 bases, could not quite pull it off, killed a lot of Zerg, but yeah, that strategy is extremely hard to pull off against somebody as good as Rogue is. You really need to try to pressure as a Terran, or that's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, Dream's defense just kind of fell apart at the end there. He was trying to secure himself up a 6th base, or a 6th base, or a 5th base, 6th base, I think. And then he kind of just got pulled apart, kept taking attacks to the north while trying to push down on the south. And then, yeah, his supply fell to that critical low number, but he almost got it with that Hail Mary.
He did. There was a second there. At the end of the game, Rogue did not have any bank at all. He had nothing. He had about 600 minerals and like less than 100 gas. So Dream just ran out of gas at the very last second, unfortunately.
All right, in the bottom right-hand side of the map, it's Dream.
And in the top left, he lost a lot of good Zerg in that first battle. It's a Rogue.
So much dead Zerg.
So much.
98 banelings.
Just piles and piles of dead Zerg.
Just using them like an eraser.
Yeah. Incredible. All right. Well, I mean, again, that's Rogue's playstyle. So many other Zergs are very careful with their units, right? They make sure they get good trades. Oh, that was a 16 pool. Not a 12 pool, but a 16.
Honestly, I think the odds of Dream 2 Raxing were pretty high this game. So,
true.
I like it.
I mean, it's going to be, unfortunately, not all that useful. You can't be that aggressive with a 16. That's really a defensive pool timing against Terran, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Like, the chances are you're going to scout the proxy racks are fairly low, unfortunately, and yeah, better safe at this point.
Yeah, I definitely dig it for a Dream. Or for a Rogue.
Not going to complain.
No. For I was expecting Dream to 2 racks in this series, absolutely. So.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, can you really beat Rogue at a best of 5 without 2 raxing him once?
The problem is, I've seen too many games where Rogue doesn't scout the proxy at all and still crushes it. So, like, of all the Zergs in the world, Rogue is the scariest one to proxy, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen Serral, I've seen Dark, I've seen Raynor struggle against proxy they didn't scout. And Rogue just has this supernatural ability to pull out a crushing anyway. I don't understand it. I don't know. I can't figure out what he does different, but it happens.
This 16 pool could actually get some work done.
Dream didn't send the SCV.
No, he did not SCV scout. He's going for the follow-up Marine, but...
Nope, that's not going to hold against these Lings.
No, he's going to have to pull some SCVs at the minimum.
Yep. I mean, at the very least, it's a pause on the command center. It might not die, but it's not being built anymore, that's for sure.
This is not something you want to deal with as Dream when you're going up against Rogue. You kind of want all the early game to go perfectly, and this is not that.
He's gonna lose it, even if the Reaper
No,
shows up,
he's
which it
gotta
is.
save it, right?
He's gonna lose it. Oh wait, he's gonna lose it.
Oh, the
Idiot
SCV's
star.
building it once again. The Lings are going down. Oh my
gosh,
god.
he saved it. Under 100 HP, saved.
Holy cow.
Rogue with a miscalculation. Little uncharacteristic there.
The sweating that Dream was doing there.
If Dream had lost that, it might have just been GG.
Oh, I
mean,
would not have blamed him.
Yeah.
If he had to cancel it, I'd say, okay, maybe you can play it out. But if it was killed, I'd say 100% game's over.
Yeah, I mean, Rogue's got a third base coming up. He'd have to restart the whole thing. Yeah, just no. Not a good path forward there. All right. My goodness. Speed's finishing up here from Rogue. A Viking coming in to clear out some of the scouting overlords that are not... Oh, no, they are. They're on... Wait, are they on Dream's side of the map? Heading that way, anyway. Gonna get picked out by said Viking. Concussive shell coming in. Really fast concussive shell.
Oh, there's got to be an armory on the way, right? It's going to be one of those concussive shell Hellbat land the Viking attacks. I like this. Medivac on the way. Is he going to go for an armory?
Production tab says no, not yet, at least.
Yeah, I really like this because take a look. Rogue's already got his lair on the way.
It's a fast lair.
Yeah, no roaches or anything, just lings. No banelings. The Zerg player has not scouted this at all.
No. I mean, the Viking does a pretty good job of preventing that, but there hasn't even really been an attempt at all. So, okay, armory is about 50% complete. Stim's coming in next. Yep, Overlord's getting killed out in the middle of the map too to prevent seeing this coming across. Rogue just throwing up more drones, man. He's making queens and droning up and hoping his queens can save him here, keep him alive. Yeah, there they are. So 4 queens and a handful of lings. More drones in production. Baneling Nest coming up. And a Spire too, but I don't see...
Oh boy.
Man, I don't know if there's enough Zerg here.
Yeah, the Hellbat's transforming now, gonna take care of those lings. The Marauder's still doing work. Medivac healing away. All the lings are gone.
He's making 6 more, but Rogue spent all of his money on drones just a second ago. He's continually trying to cruise them in here, but the Hellbats are roasty toasting them up with their flamethrowers quite nicely. Once the queen count starts falling, that's when everything starts to fall apart here. Bam, bam, bam. 24 lings in production. The queens are out. The drones have to evacuate from the third base entirely. They're getting slowed and massacred a little bit here. Trying to run for it. The third base might just go down. Marauder damage versus buildings is good. Hellbat damage versus buildings is really good too. And
yeah,
I mean, it's going to have to be lings and drones working together to try to get rid of this. The drone's actually not engaging. They're just going back to work, and Baneling's getting some decent connections, but on the Marauders, but it doesn't really matter. The cleanup is real. I don't know. 3 queens at the end of the game, at the end of the battle there. A Banshee comes in to fight as well. There's no Spore to assist, and this queen can't actually win the 1v1. A second queen comes in.
Helps out.
Very important stuff there, and now suddenly Rogue has enough money for 8 Mutalisks, despite all of that aggression.
Yeah, what a hold by Rogue.
I mean, that's kind of Zerg in a nutshell, right? You have as much army as you need to defend, just barely enough, and then once you hold...
Lings in the base.
And once you hold, you're in a good spot.
Then you
have a
just
great economy.
counterattack and kill all the Terran's workers.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Only gets 4.
Yeah, a couple Marines go down. The army can't push anymore because they're dealing with stupid lings inside the main base. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ow. Oh, almost got that Hellion. Medivac killed by said Mutalisks. Anti-air is, well, there's 2 turrets on the way, and there are 7 Marines, but that's it.
Yeah. This is the problem with committing to so many Hellbats and such. Your bio production takes a while to kick in. The tank almost goes down. Yeah, the mutas are actually just going to kill all these Marines.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, is that it? With this many mutas overhead, sure, there's a turret you can repair if the mutas fly over there, but Marines are popping out of barracks and instantly dying. More mutas are flying in all the time. GG.
GG.
Whew, man, Dream almost was able to crack that, but Rogue with the incredibly clutch hold gets the win, and then the counter is swift, and vengeance is Rogue's, and he has a 2-0 lead in this best of 5, looking very good.
Yes. No surprise there as far as the score goes.
True facts.
Yeah, that
Not
was a close
shocking.
attack by Dream.
Couldn't quite pull it off in the end, though. You got to give him props for getting that close, though. I mean, Rogue was desperately holding on there with just a few lings and few queens that he had, making lings to add defender's advantage, really kicking in there quite a bit. Able to get the lings to the battlefront fast because the battle was right on his front door. So, fantastic job. Dream actually has a Rainer's portrait up, which is very fun. Respecting the foreigners. The Koreans are here for today. So we're on Oxide for game number 3. So I don't know, like Dream hasn't tried just a traditional TvZ yet, which I guess maybe he feels like his chances of winning that are super low.
Is it going to be a 2-Rax? No.
Is it too obvious when you're down 2-0 for there to be a 2-Rax?
I don't know if that'll stop him from trying, but
yeah.
Anyway, in the bottom left, it's Dream.
And in the top right, he's up 2-0. It's Rogue.
Rogie boy.
Rogue. Alright, well, Overlord's doing their dutiful job of trying to find proxy barracks that may or may not be in their line of sight. On the other side, I mean, I don't see any sign of proxies from Dream here. Yeah, barracks coming up inside the main base. Everything is nice and normal over here. Gas timing, right on time. Early build from Dream is good. No complaints.
No complaints. Yeah, I don't know what you do. What you do as Dream in this position. Like, I do not envy this man.
I mean, honestly, nobody should. Anyone facing against Rogue should just be in an unenviable position by most of humanity. Yeah. It's not a happy place. Reaper on the way. Extractor finishes, pool in production, everything is normal here. You think Dream's going to send the SCV this time?
I think it's already too late to do that, isn't it?
No, you're right. You want to send it when the Reaper starts. Good call. Okay, so once again, just it's basically crossing his fingers it's not a 12 pool.
It's that weird meta thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, the Zergs don't ever pool because everyone SCV scouts, so I won't SCV scout.
Yeah, I mean, it's a risk. It's a risk on both sides. Because as a Zerg player, it does suck to go 12 pool and then the SCV scouts it and then your lings are useless. But at this point, the most normal of all Zerg versus Terran openings. It's the dance we've seen so many times. Reaper really being risky on creep here. Man. It's just Rogue showing off, I think. Yeah, he's like, let's see, can I get all the way through the mineral line and out before I die? Yep. Especially if the queen's not there.
The dying part's the easy bit.
Yes. It's always the easy bit. Alright, orbital upgrade on the base back home. Third base coming in from Rogue quite nicely. Getting that speed. Getting them queens, which are so important for base defense. And the mule is called down.
The big muley boy.
Yeah, big long arms.
Okay, Hellion's on the way. There's gonna be that tech lab waiting for the starport again.
He did have a lot of success with Cloak Banshee in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't blame him and try it again. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Am I wrong to say that I'm feeling roaches here from Rogue this game?
We don't have a lair yet. We don't have a Baneling Nest. Yeah, it's a likely option at this stage.
Okay, Queen's still being produced. Gonna zone out those Hellions.
As their job is to keep Hellions from getting past them.
As they do.
Yeah, they're pretty good at it.
Okay, third on the way from Dream.
Yeah, I'm looking at Rogue's production. I'm staring at Rogue's production
me
tab.
too.
It's drones, it's drones, it's drones.
What are you doing, guy?
Queens.
Just a healthy number of drones. I mean, he's definitely past the amount that a Zerg stops at for a roach timing or anything like that.
Definitely.
But then, yeah, still no tech is quite odd. There's the Evos going up, so I guess it's just
up,
going to be Ling heavy.
Ling Queen defense until something.
It could just be just pure Ling style this game, maybe.
Maybe. It's just it's really hard to hold against large numbers of Marines without Banelings.
Yeah.
And look, the Queens are distracted by the Hellions, and drones are getting picked off. That's 5 easy. Of course, drone just fired up 10 more, so it can feel a little futile sometimes.
What's the point of killing Zerg's drones if they just build more?
Right.
Okay, his Hellions are getting quite a few drones, but they're all gonna die. All but two, and the Lings might make that all of them. Yes, they do.
Banshee trying to keep him alive can't do it, but that's 13 drones down.
6 Hellions
8 more
and a
drones in
Reaper.
production, yeah. 1-1 coming in for the Lings. I mean, this is almost like Rogue's trying to prove a point.
A little bit, yeah.
I cannot believe there's not a Baneling Nest or a Roach Warren. Finally, a lair gets started right now.
There must be a Baneling Nest on the way soon, but after killing all those Hellions, Rogue's gotta be fearing nothing at this point, right?
Right. And he's not. He's not making any units. He has a handful of Lings and some Queens to defend with. There's the Baneling Nest, firing up at 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh.
And, I mean, who can blame him for feeling confident? He killed off the Hellions, so the pressure's not going to hit again until the Terran has his bio out, which is going to be another few seconds at least.
Right. Medevacs in production, upgrades coming in, Marines coming out of those barracks. Is that a supply block? That is a temporary supply block, but there you go. Supply depots popping in, sending that away. See, even the pros get supply blocks sometimes, everyone.
They do. It's okay to be supply blocked sometimes.
And Burrow coming in from Rogue. I do like Burrow in TvZ. Idle SCV is not good.
Ooh.
It can be really useful as these Banshees try it. They're gonna get it.
Oh my gosh. The Banshee gives their life, or one of them gives her life, but gets the hatchery. A kill, not a cancel.
Nice.
That's very, very good for Dream. Great damage. However, there's already a second one almost done.
Yeah, replacement's doing quite nice. Thanks for asking. All right, Overlord picked off. Couple tumors going down here. Creep Queens. Oh, they don't want to fight against Marines.
Oh my gosh,
but
there's like only one Baneling getting on top of this army, but pushing it back. There's just not a lot of the Terran bulk, it looks like, with the... With all the Hellions having gone down earlier, there's just not been a lot of Terran. Lings are going to crash through this wall at the third, most likely, and oh no, is Dream just going to die?
Is this a roll? They're 1-1 Lings.
Finishes up now.
Yeah, the tank at least is going down. He's not microing his Marines anymore.
Medivac's doing what they can. The numbers are decently close right now. There might just be enough Marines to hold on as Dream.
And he's rebuilding the wall as well as he can, but Ling's making sure that doesn't happen very easily. He burrows a Ling just outside the wall just to be cheeky out there, and an infestation pit gets started up back home.
Yeah. Rogue held, or Dream held on, pardon me, but behind that, there is...
22 Banelings?
Yes, and just a well-established Zerg on the other side.
Yeah, 70 workers on 5 bases. Feeling pretty okay. Liberators on the way. 2-2 coming in for the Marines and Marauders.
Yeah, I do like the Liberators from Dream. Liberators
Especially,
and tanks.
yeah, especially if there's not a Hydralisk Den or a Spire. Liberators are going to be good. Queens alone are going to have to deal with those, which can be definitely frustrating. Good pickup. But what Dream's not doing is double-pronged harass. Like, that's what somebody like Maro would be doing in the situation, right? Pushing on that 5th base, pushing at the 12 o'clock, and forcing Rogue to respond to both of those at the same time. It is hard to execute, but it's also hard for the Zerg to deal with.
Yeah, that's definitely true. A drop to the top. Not going to find a base because there is none there. Rogue's got his 5 bases up, well established. Zerg's just going to crash on through towards the 3rd base. Tanks are set up, but Marines are not pre-split. The Baneling's getting great connections. Liberators are shooting away on some Lings as they come in, but there is not much on the ground. This drop is doing what it can, fighting the Queens, but there's just so many, and Rogue is getting some good damage done here.
Yeah, the Liberators can't do much against, 50 Zerglings. It's not really what they're designed for. But Ling's continuing to cruise in here. 34 more in production. Tank's just getting picked off before they can do anything at all. Full evacuation to the 3rd base. And, I mean, Dream's going to hold on for a little bit longer here, but it is 150 to 114 supply. The Zerg is up. The Lings keep streaming, and that is your GG.
The Liberators are just trying so hard.
They're getting so many kills, but nope.
It doesn't matter. GG.
No.